2015 Honda Accord by Jeremy Dodder.
Alright, so right now this is the 2015 Honda Accord 4-door EXL 4-cylinder. It's got Honda's new 2.4 liter Earth Dreams engine in it. So what makes it different from say the 2012 and older model is that it's a direct injected fuel engine. What that means is that the fuel is actually sprayed directly into the cylinder chamber, so you get a better burn, more fuel efficient vehicle, and it's a lot less waste going out of the exhaust. So if you want to come over and take a look, we'll just pop the hood right away and I'll talk a little bit about what's underneath and what makes it different. First thing I want to talk about is some of the safety features, and it starts right up in the front. Nicole, come over here and just try to lift up that hood real quick. Pretty light hood, right?
Yeah.
It's extremely heavy. That's the first thing that I noticed when we first got this new body style Accord is the hood is extremely heavy. One of the things that Honda changed with this new body style was they lightened it in different areas, but the safety features, they actually made it with a higher tensile strength steel, adding to its rigidity so that it, in case of an accident or a front end collision, it's actually going to take most of the impact, keeping the passengers inside the vehicle safe. So even though the car can look completely obliterated in a fast, full-on head-on collision, it's actually designed to take the impact and take it around the passengers on the inside. So you can see from inside of here, this is just the 4-cylinder, but it's got some key components that help lend to how well it drives and handles on the road. One of the things is this crossbar right here across the top of the shock absorber towers. And what that does is that just lends to, when you're making turns and curves, it actually helps keep the body flowing, and it doesn't let the car flex as much, so it absorbs a lot of that. And here is the 4-cylinder Earth Dreams engine. One of the things I noticed when we got it was the engine was flipped around. The exhaust used to come out the back, and now it comes out the front. And by doing that, they were able to kind of shrink up the engine compartment, giving more room inside of the cabin. So even though this body style Accord, so 2013 and newer, is actually 3 inches shorter than the previous model Accord 2012 and older, it actually has more space on the inside for passenger volume, and a lot, it's kind of one of those things like, how did you shrink it and get more space? Well, Honda did it. So not only does it have the Earth Dreams engine that's new for 2013, but it also has the CVT transmission in the 4-cylinder Accord. So those two things together got you quite a bit more fuel economy. I was trying to remember back, I think the 2012 and older only got like 34 miles to the gallon on the highway. This new one gets 36 miles to the gallon. So you get this bigger, heavier vehicle with more horsepower than the Civic that's actually getting only 3 miles per gallon less than the Civic. So it's a pretty incredible feat, and the amount of features that they packed into even the base model Accord actually just blew my mind. So that's pretty much it under the hood. That's like new and improved, and that's worth talking about. They did crisp up the front, gave it a little bit more elegant design, a lot more chrome features, and then of course when you go to the EXL, you have the fog lights and everything that really dresses it up, makes it look really high end. And from the front of the car, you'll notice that when you go to the 4-cylinder EXL, you also are getting something that used to only be in the really high-end trims, which is the turn signals built into the mirrors. So it's not just a plain from the outside mirrors. You got this elegant blinkers on the outside too. And then you can notice on the passenger side of the vehicle, the mirror actually has Honda's new lane watch feature built into it. So when you go to turn on your right turn blinker, this camera that's mounted on the underneath here is going to show you everything that's over in the passenger side of the vehicle. So that way it doesn't matter how many passengers you have in the vehicle, you're going to be able to see everything that's on the outside of the car without any obstructions inside the vehicle kind of blocking something or making it so that you can't see something before you move over. So, also when you go to the EX trim level and above, you're going to get the touch entry. So basically what that means is with the key fob in your hand or in your pocket or in your purse, as long as it's with you, all you have to do is touch the inside of the door handle, driver or passenger front door, and you'll hear two beeps letting you know that the vehicle is unlocked. And before you walk away, just push this lock button and it's going to lock for you. The trick is the key fob has to be within 30 inches of the door handle that you're touching. So most people's arm length is within that range, so if the key is in your pocket or purse, just touch the door handle and get in. There's also a sensor that I'll show you on the trunk so that you also can just push a button to pop the trunk without having to actually push and hold the trunk button that's on the fob. One of the other new features that they brought into the EXL model, the 4-cylinder EXL, is something that used to only be available on the V6, which is memory seats. That's a really big deal to a couple that's got a huge height difference. I mean, me and my wife are close in height, but we sit differently, and we're constantly moving mirrors and stuff when we get back in and out. So driver 1 and driver 2 on the 4-cylinder EXL is a really big selling point that they brought into the 4-cylinder. So another thing that makes it worth it to stick with the 4-cylinder, aside from the fuel economy and the comfort, also that memory seat. So when you touch the door handle with the driver 1 key in your pocket, it moves to your position before you actually sit into it. Same thing with the driver 2. So some of the things that I want to talk to you about the 4-cylinder Accord, the base model that's not sitting here right now, are some key features that they brought in that made it much better than the predecessor. The LX model, even though it's got the regular key with the push button, unlock from a distance, you still get auto climate control, which was something that I never thought they were going to put into the LX Accord. Alloy, 16-inch alloy wheels on the Accord, chrome handles on the outside. Dual climate control is a big feature. I mean, I don't know how many times I got a couple that they like it hot, he likes it cold, she likes it hot, or vice versa. They got the dual climate control in that one. They're all going to come standard with a backup camera. All going to come standard with Bluetooth, which gives you the ability to store up to 6 phones in the car's memory and be paired to one at a time. And because of the new software that they have built into it, you can also call anybody in your phone's phone book by voice, which is a big upgrade from the predecessor, where you actually had to store your voice saying somebody's name in order to call up to 15 names or 20 names in some vehicles. Now you have access to everybody in your phone book. The other ability is to use, for iPhone users, to be able to use Siri on the inside of the car, the personal assistant built into iPhones. You just long hold on the talk button, the same button that you push to make a phone call. You can long hold and turn Siri on your iPhone and have her read you text messages, respond to your text messages, read you emails, ask her what the weather's going to be like, get driving directions so that it'll actually give you vocal driving directions while you're driving. Things that are integrated into your iPhone, now you can take it into your car and you don't have to be distracted. They actually call it Siri Eyes Free, because you don't actually have to hold your phone in front of your face to get her to help you do things, her or him, depending on what voice you use. The EXL also gives you the moonroof, and then instead of just having a regular knob button stereo system, you also have a touchscreen stereo system in the EX and above models. So that's a nice upgrade. And when you go to the EXL, you actually get the premium audio, which is going to give you a couple extra speakers along with the subwoofer. You also now, from the back seat, are going to get climate control in the back. So what that really is 2 vents that just push some of the air back to the back, so the back passengers don't have to wait for it to kind of the whole car to cool down or heat up to that temperature. It's going to more quickly get the whole car to the correct climate control. Another one of the upgrades when you go to the EXL is going to be the perforated leather. Again, adds to ventilation, lets the seat breathe a little bit more so you don't get hot and sweaty in the leather seats. And you do get the heated leather when you go to that. When you get the EXL, you also get, along with the heated seats, you also get the heated side mirrors, and it's going to give you the added benefit of the leather-wrapped steering wheel and an armrest. So, come along to the back. Some of the things that I like to point out is, you're not going to be able to see it obviously right now, but the EXL model is going to actually give you an LED brake light. So the benefit to the LEDs is they're a little bit more vivid. They're not blinding, but they're brighter, and it's less likely that they're going to burn out or you're going to have problems down the road with your brake lights. When you go to the V6 model, you're also going to get the benefit of LED daytime running lights, which not only give it more of a luxurious look, like it's a high-end vehicle, but it's they do take less energy, less likely that they're going to burn out or give you problems with any of the other things. So, from the back, I also want to show you that button that I had mentioned earlier. There's a little sticker that Honda leaves on there for the customer to remove. So when you press the button with the key in your hand, gives you the ability to open up that trunk. One of the differences between this model and its predecessor too was it's got a more insulated trunk. It lends to a much quieter vehicle. Anybody who's driven the 2012 Accord will note that it was a lot louder than this one as far as road noise goes. Consumer Reports, that's one of the biggest things that they mentioned was how much quieter the 2013 and newer Accords are. They've put a lot of effort into making it quieter. One of the things that they found out that was leading to a lot of road noise was noise from inside the trunk that was traveling through into the passenger cavity, and so what they have done is removed the pass-through in the armrest in the back seat, because that was like a little plastic piece that was just letting a lot of noise come through. So you do still have the benefit of being able to fold down the rear seat to put long things through, but you don't have that pass-through any longer for that, but it leads to a much quieter vehicle ride. So, and then they still kept inside the trunk area a spare tire with the tools to change it. So a lot of manufacturers are getting away from putting the spare tires in the vehicles to, lend to lighter weight and, hopefully better fuel economy. But they're really ultimately just saving a few bucks that they're able to, keep in their pocket. Well, Honda believes that they want you to have the safety of having that spare tire for you on the side of the road. So. The EX and above is actually going to give you this wheel that you're looking at here. It's a 17-inch alloy. Dresses it up a little bit nicer, a little bigger wheel, makes it look a little nicer. So, I kind of mentioned a little bit too the chrome handles. That was a big upgrade. Before they were just kind of a plastic painted handle before, so I think that gives it a lot of. I think the whole goal of this new Accord was to make it look like it's not just your basic entry-level vehicle. It's a luxury ride, and it should be so. You'll notice from the side with the door open, you do have a 10-way power adjustment seat. So you get forward, backward, tilt, all that stuff, the backrest adjustment. Also the built-in lumbar support that's adjustable. That's a big deal too. You'll also notice on the side of the door here, there's your memory buttons so that you can set your seat easily to match with the key that you're using to get in. Also from the outside, you can see that on the turn signal switch, there's a little picture of that camera that we looked at over on the passenger side. That's the lane watch button. So not only can you turn that camera on while your blinker's on, but also if you're in heavy traffic and you just want to keep an eye on what's going on over there to make sure that you're not missing anything, you can turn that on in heavy traffic and keep an eye on what's going on. I do want to point out that in all of Honda's lineup, you have the ability to not just tilt your steering wheel like you do in a lot of vehicles, but you also have the ability to telescope it in and out to make it so that it fits so many different people. Some people have to have their chair back and steering wheel all the way forward. Some people like to sit close and also pull the steering wheel close to them, but it kind of fits a wider range of people that way. You'll also notice that Honda doesn't have any hidden buttons on the steering wheel back behind. A lot of manufacturers are putting buttons behind, and you kind of got to already know they're there, or what do they do, or play with it, and hopefully don't screw something up. Honda puts all the buttons right in the front so you can kind of see, and they do a pretty good job of explaining what they are just with a little image. So you got your 3 phone buttons off on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. You got your answer, hang up or ignore button, and then also your voice activated button there to turn on either Siri or to make a phone call by voice. You got your volume controls on the steering wheel, cruise controls over on the right hand side. Nice thing about the cruise control buttons too is they stay pretty much the same for a long time. So people going from one Honda to another, whether it's from Civic to Accord or CR-V or Pilot or Odyssey, or maybe they had a 2003. A lot of the buttons are in the same area so that they can quickly adapt to their new vehicle, and it's not a huge change. Even though there's a lot of new technology in the vehicle, it's not overwhelming. One of the other benefits that you're going to get when you go to the EXL, either 4-cylinder or 6-cylinders, you're going to pick up the XM radio. That's going to be free for 90 days. And one of the new things for Honda across the board for 2015 is the 3-year, 36,000-mile roadside assistance that comes standard with every 2015 Honda. So it doesn't matter what vehicle you get, you're going to have that 3-year, 36,000-mile roadside assistance that goes right hand in hand with your bumper-to-bumper warranty, and then you're going to get a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty covering your engine and transmission. So, any questions?
Jeremy, can you just talk quickly about some of the safety features, airbags, things of that sort? It's one of them.
Sure.
We're pretty thorough. The airbag's the one thing we didn't really talk about.
Yeah, not a problem. So the vehicle comes standard with 6 different airbags. You're obviously going to get the front driver's airbag that's right in the steering wheel of the vehicle. Then you're also going to have a passenger front airbag that's actually tied right into a sensor that's built into the seat. So in case of a front-end collision, obviously they'll go off. However, if you did have a small child or a dog or something like that sitting on that seat, that airbag can actually be more lethal than beneficial. So that sensor that's in the seat is set to turn itself off automatically if there's more than 5 pounds but less than 60 pounds, I believe, sitting on that seat. The other 2 airbags on the front are side airbags, and they're built right into the side bolsters, the outside bolsters of both the driver and passenger seat. Those are going to go off if you get a side impact. The other thing that's going to go off with a side impact is going to be something that goes from all the way from the nose of the car all the way to the rear of the passenger compartment. That's the side curtain airbags. Those are designed to come out of the top of the vehicle and come down the side. So if you get into a side impact collision where somebody T-bones the vehicle, those side curtain is just going to drop on that side. However, if the vehicle is in a spot where there's an unfortunate rollover, it's actually going to deploy both sides, protecting the passengers from any kind of object coming into the vehicle, but also from broken glass and stuff like that. It's designed to come down so quickly that it's going to protect you from a lot of that broken glass that's going to be inside the vehicle with you. The other thing that Honda has done that's new, actually, with the new ACE body structure, is that the side airbag on the passenger's seat, any vehicle that has heated seats, anybody with an older vehicle will know that the backrest of the passenger seat didn't really heat up at all because the airbag that was in it was heat sensitive, and so they couldn't put an airbag they couldn't have heating element in the backrest. Well, now they have new vented side airbags that are designed to go around objects and help protect the passenger a little bit better, but it's also not heat sensitive anymore. So now anything with a heated seat now gets a heated backrest also, which I don't know about you, but I really like the heated backrest. So I haven't had anybody complain about having a heated backrest with that. So that's one of the big features why people upgrade to the leather in the first place. They might not even care about the leather, but they want that heated seats. So, anything else? Questions?
Any other questions?
I did mention the improved gas mileage for highway is 36, the city gas mileage 27. So they have a combined fuel rating of 31 miles to the gallon. So, I mean, anytime that you can get an average above 30 miles to the gallon for such a big, comfortable vehicle, I think you can't lose. As far as safety rating, it's got an overall 5-star safety rating.
So is insurance cheaper?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, safety rating is one of the biggest reasons why you're going to get better insurance premiums, lower insurance premiums. The one thing that I breezed over, and I shouldn't have, is in the front of the vehicle you'll notice there's a little camera that's mounted behind the rear view mirror. That's something that you're only going to get in the EXL and above, and what that camera is doing is it's reading the lines on the road. That's to lead to your lane departure warning. So you can turn that feature on or off. If you start to wander outside of the lane, it's going to beep at you and flash the letters LDW on the dash to let you know that you're wandering out of your lane. Help keep you in better control of your vehicle, keep you out of harm's way, get your attention back onto the road where it should be. You can turn it on or off. The other feature that's built into that is forward collision warning. It's called FCW, and so what that's going to do is if somebody in front of you slams on their brakes, it's going to basically alarm you also and flash some LED lights up onto the windshield to kind of let you know that you need to put your foot on the brake, kind of get control of your vehicle quickly, because it doesn't sense that you're actually braking quick enough. That's why that alarm's going off. So another safety feature, and because of that, that's also one of those key features that is leading to lower insurance premiums, also to help people when it comes to paying their monthly insurance bills. So.
Jeremy, one last thing. Thank you for today. Where was this built?
Another awesome thing is right here in In the United States, down in Marysville, Ohio, it's one of Honda's biggest plants, one of their oldest plants. So right there, and then we even have the benefit of having a really large manufacturer close to us right here, just, what, 20 minutes away in K-Pac. Kean Manufacturing, they do a lot of, they employ almost 300 people in the factory, and they do a lot of the air intake manifold and a lot of the plastic work that goes through the vehicle for ventilation. So there's multiple stickers underneath the hood that shows the Kean Manufacturing labeling right there. So people right here in St. Clair County are helping build these vehicles for us and kick them out for us. So
Thank you.
cool. Thank you.